Hi, welcome to this demonstration of Strategy Mapper. Account planning, it's your move. A little bit about point in time. We were based in Allen, Texas, which is about 25 miles north of Dallas. We were founded in 2011, and there had been approximately over 1 million meetings completed using Meeting Mapper. A little bit about Strategy Mapper. One, it's 100% native Salesforce. This means all your data resides in Salesforce. We have no access to any of your very important and strategic meeting information, so you know your data is safe and secure. It's targeted to the accounts and opportunities that you want to build the plans against, and the meetings you want to have against those accounts and opportunities. It maps to your business strategy. You do not have to do a forklift upgrade of your business processes, your sales processes, or your methodology to use Strategy Mapper. We map to your process and methodology. It's collaborative. You can share your plans with your teammates, with your management, and then you can review them, for example, for a QBR or any type of opportunity or an account review. They're measurable. I can see based on a score the health of the account and opportunity from an interaction perspective, and also how do our solutions match to the customer requirements, all based on a score. Do I know if an opportunity is winnable based on the interactions that I'm having and how our solutions match up with the customer requirements? It's repeatable and consistent. We use templates to be able to drive the initial building of account plans, opportunity plans, and meetings. So now you have the consistent, reliable data. We also use drop-down pick list, which do a couple things. One is allows us to do reporting more accurately in a structured data format, and then allows for people to have the same information. You don't have to worry about misspellings or any other kind of errors that can happen when they collect this data from the customer. And it's action-oriented. You can put tasks against it, milestones, customer initiatives. So it's all action-oriented to be able to move from the beginning to the end of the selling process with the customer. And it maps roles and stance of your contacts. You'll know immediately, based on the buying signals, if somebody's for or against in a very graphical nature using Meeting Mapper. So when you talk about Strategy Mapper, you have account planning. This is strategic customer planning. This is either a new customer or a strategic customer that I want to build the relationship with, and then I want to see if there's any other opportunities where I can sell into. Then you have opportunity planning. This is dynamic execution planning. This allows me to take the information from my account, bring it into the opportunities I create with this account, and hopefully move those to closure and win, or identify that they're non-winnable and move on. Then you have the meeting planning. This is gathering the intelligence. This is the execution of the plan. This allows you to rely on different things you gather through this whole process to be able to execute and win more opportunities and drive more revenue. And Strategy Mapper is at the apex or the joining of all three of these different parts of selling. So why are we different? Plans are dynamically updated for meetings with your customers and prospects. I can create the plan, and then when I have my meetings using Meeting Mapper, I'm pushing this data up to my opportunity plans and my account plans, and I'm updating those dynamically and improving the score and knowing exactly what's going on or gathering this rich, detailed information to drive revenue. Plans are in real time. When you print out a playbook, you get the real-time information from the last time that you had met with this customer. Our competitors are still and out of date the second they complete them. So when you see an opportunity plan completed with their software, normally it's stale by the time you start using it. Are modular for easy deployment and use. You can use Account Mapper by itself. You can choose Opportunity Mapper by itself. You can use Meeting Mapper by yourself. Or you can use them all together. They are converged into one single product that you can leverage. Not only our plans and our customer fields updated in real time, but all related fields in Salesforce. No duplication effort. I can update my related list or any other information in an account or opportunity in the meeting, and it will update Salesforce. I don't have to go back and do anything. I don't have to go back and add the competitor. I don't have to go back and add the context, their role, their stance. Are they the primary competitor? I can do all that in my meetings using Meeting Mapper within Strategy Mapper. So in this demonstration, I'm going to show you some of the dashboards that we create. The Business Intelligence Report Brief. This is a very robust report that gives sales executives or the executive team a quick look in how their business is, the health of their business, what are they running into, competitors, initiatives, and things like that. And I'll show you that. In Account Mapper, I'm going to show you Account Mapper and the Account Playbook. Opportunity Mapper and the Opportunity Playbook. Meeting Mapper, the most used features of Meeting Mapper. So let's do a little demonstration. So what you see here is I'm in Salesforce, and I'm going to click on Dashboards. And you'll see some of the dashboards. We ship with about 4 different dashboards. So I can click on Dashboards. You're going to see one of them is what we call Meeting Mapper 360. This lets me know the activity, what's going on with my team, but really what's going on inside the activity to drive revenue. Not just if you met somebody, are you meeting with the right people? What's the stance of those people? And a bunch of other information that I can use to be able to drive revenue, marketing campaigns, and things like that. The other is Strategy Mapper. This allows me to see what opportunities and accounts have had plans against those and revenue tied to those different plans. And have I identified the customer buying process? Have they been reviewed? Accounts with Account Mapper, things like this. Very robust report. Sales Empowerment. This allows me to see very quickly, and from new sales team members or even seasoned team members, what is happening with my customers? What are their pain points? What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What industries are we selling into? What about the competitors? What about their strengths and weaknesses? What obstacles, what objections are we running into? This is not sales enablement. This is sales empowerment. I can take this information, and when I get to my customer, I can almost be assured that they're going to have some similar pain points and strengths and weaknesses, and now I can go ahead and mitigate those or talk directly to them. I become more of a trusted advisor than just trying to sell them some software. So the next one I want to look at is the Business Intelligence Report Brief. So I can go into Home and have a little fly out here, and we just click Intelligent Report Brief. And we click that. This is real-time information of what's going on inside of my business. For example, an overview. How many leads have been created in the last 30 days? Out of those leads, how many have been converted? And out of the ones converted, how much revenue has been created? Or what accounts have created new opportunities? What have I closed in the last 30 days? What have I lost? What's the total revenue projection? What have slipped? What are my top 10 won opportunities? My top 10 lost? My top 10 that are open, that are not past the close date or have not slipped? My top 10 that have slipped? What competitors am I running into? And what new competitors am I running into? What are the initiatives that I'm identifying in my customers? Now I can use this information to then create marketing plans or email campaigns. We know those initiatives are happening. How do we go ahead and get ahead of our customers' initiatives? What activity are we driving revenue? What are the top 10 pain points that we're seeing? Objections, obstacles, our strengths, our weakness, what's resonating with our customers? And in conclusion, we'll give you information based on real-time win rate for the quarter and the year, what your projected revenue is based on your pipeline. And again, this is based on the real-time win rate as the time you execute this document. Very powerful. And you can even schedule and send out to individuals on a reoccurring basis so they can review it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, or the first thing about account planning, is I want to look and I want to talk about accounts. So as you can see, we click on this. I'm going to click on Davis Software as my account. You can see we put a new page up against an account where I can see the health of the account. How are my interactions going with this account? Have I met with the right people? Have I identified certain things inside of the account to boost the probability of me driving additional revenue and having a very satisfied customer? And then you'll also see what opportunities I have linked to this account. We also understand the parent-child relationship in Salesforce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this hyperlink, and it's going to take me into the account plan. Again, account plans are based on a template. And the template will have the 6-month plan, 12-month, and a value prop already predefined. Now you look across the top here, I have my account details. I have what's my potential revenue. From here, what's my pipeline? What have I won? What have I lost? What's my delta? I know right now I'm $124,000 short in pipeline for this account. If we have any partners identified in opportunities, they'll be listed here. Again, my 6-month, my 12-month, my value prop. Now, individuals can change this and it does not affect the template, only their specific plan. And you'll see some buttons down here, working, not started. This is how we start generating that score of the health. Am I working it? Am I reviewing it? Am I completed? What have I done with this plan? Then I can also email my manager and have my team comments. And then I can see my contacts here if I've met with them, had a meeting with them. Do they have an executive sponsor? If so, who might that person be? Here I have my customer buying process. Here is where we document the process for the customer in this account. And then what we'll do is every opportunity that's created off of this account, we will push the customer buying process in that opportunity plan. So now you can see, okay, where is the customer buying process versus my selling process? Am I too far ahead? Am I too far behind? Are we linked up? And again, this is all drop down, which you pre-configure. All the drop downs that you'll see are configured based on your methodology, what you want to gather out of Strategy Mapper and your customer interactions and your plans, not what we want you to do. Purely configurable. Customer initiatives. This is very powerful. I'm talking to a customer. I say, what are your initiatives for the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years? I'm going to go in here. I'm going to say one of them, they're worried about customer retention. And I can put additional information in here. Now I can create an account milestone. So now this can go into the milestone and create a task. For this one, I'm not going to. But I am saying I'm going to be working with this. The time frame that they're going to do this customer retention is current fiscal year Q2. Now I'm going to go ahead and save that. What you're going to see now is I can create an opportunity off of this customer initiative. I can create it. It can have a $0, but now I'm putting an opportunity in this account proactively, and now I'm going to start going against the time frame to be able to close this, hopefully ahead of my competitors, because I got this information and they don't, and I've already started being proactive about creating an opportunity. Another one here is account milestone. What are some account milestones that you want to do? Well, you know what? I need to schedule an executive briefing. We all know that they say that customers that go to executive briefing centers are more likely to buy more product and be more satisfied customer and be able to retain them longer. I can assign it to somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this to myself. I can put a description in here. I can send an email. Say, hey, this is one of your tasks. You need to schedule this executive briefing. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm working the milestones. What's the due date for this? I can put it to 22nd, and I'm going to go ahead and save it. Now what that's going to do, that's going to create a task on the account in Salesforce. So now I can start tracking it. Again, measurable. What challenges have I came across in this account? Challenges will also be pushed down in any opportunity plan. So you give the opportunity owner a heads up on, hey, you may encounter this challenge inside of this account. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to choose a couple. Now, the legal process is difficult. We all know that. They're going to redline it. We can't get through. We're going to miss our close date. What are we going to do? So now I know that and I can pre-plan this. Again, I'm going to start working this. And I'm going to create another one. One of them is they're highly distributed. So it's hard to get everybody together. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And I have my meetings that I've had with this account. This is how I gather a lot of this data. What are the actions? What are the pain points? What meetings have I had related to any opportunities that are open? And here I have all my opportunities that are open, and I can go ahead and click on the opportunity mapper, which is my plan, a meeting recap, and the playbook. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and now I'm going to go ahead and show you the account score. So now my account score is moving up. My solution score, that's normally based on an opportunity. But you can see how are these things, how is this score generated? Well, it's based on your interactions and what you do in the plan and your meetings with your customers. I haven't identified a champion. I haven't identified competitors. And these all have weights. And you can change the weights depending upon what is important to you. Again, mapping to your business, your strategy. So that's how I get my score. Now, what I also can do is I can create an account playbook. So this is real time telling me what's going on inside the account. They're a customer. Here's my open opportunities. Here's some revenue. Here's my account plan. I've had a meeting with some people, but you know what? They're yellow flag. A yellow flag indicates this person has a stance and role that can jeopardize the account or the opportunity. I need to complete the following. I need to identify the decision date. And I don't have a solution score, which is normally based on, again, on an opportunity. Here are my milestones. Here's my customers' initiatives. Here are the challenges in the account. Here's the customer buying process. Here's a 6-month plan, the 12-month, my value proposition. And again, whatever I'm gathering in the meetings will complete this plan as I go. But I know right now to increase my odds of retaining this customer or building or driving additional revenue, I've got to get with Paul, Doris, and Steven. And I need to complete these things right here because that's going to help me get more information about my customer. So this is my account plan. Again, it's generated in real time. And if I have a meeting, I can change it immediately. So the next thing that I'd like to talk about is an opportunity plan, opportunity mapper. So I'm going to go ahead and click on opportunity mapper. This takes me into the opportunity plan. Again, all based on a template. I have an opportunity. I choose opportunity mapper. I choose a template, and that's a template that I use throughout the life of this opportunity. I've got some of my details that I'm pulling right from Salesforce. What products am I selling? Look for some very interesting things coming out of point in time, a reference to cross-selling and upselling in the near future. What's the strategy to win? What are my tactics? What's my value proposition to this customer? Again, I'm working it. What are the team manager comments? What are my team comments? What are my open activities? And I can attach a file, RFP, RFI response, and such. Here's my customer buying process. I'm going to go and say, we've identified the problem. We know that because they're talking to us, and they reviewed their options. They're bringing in the 3 top competitors. And I'm working this. We're not completed yet. I could even add another phase if it's particular to this opportunity from right here. Here again, here's my challenges. You know what? I haven't encountered this challenge in my opportunity. So I'm going to have it working, and I'm going to save it. That lets me do some reporting that all this challenge isn't met in every opportunity. Maybe it's somebody at the account level that's not involved in this opportunity that's throwing up that challenge. Here's my stage. And now the stages are very important. What I can do in the template for each stage of the opportunity, I could almost put real-time sales tools available to the team, or ask questions. We're prospecting. Are you Salesforce customer? Do you have a concern over team turnover? Here's some helpful links that I can send the users. What meetings have I had related to those that particular phase? And when you close a phase in the opportunity, we will go ahead and collapse this phase, and only the phases that are remaining will be open, and you can see the meetings that are attached to those particular phases. But again, very powerful from a sales enablement perspective to have the right tools or right information for the sales guys at the right opportunity, at the right phase, and then also plan, I know I need to get this if I'm going to the next phase. Competitors, I haven't identified any, and I'm going to show you what happens when we have a meeting and how all this is updated. I've had my initial meeting, not a lot of information going on with the customer whatsoever. I just had a very quick discovery call. My timeline, this kind of tracks buying personas of the account, the customer account, the opportunity members. Their stance goes up, their stance goes down. When do they come into the opportunity? When they go out. The customer team, and again, my account team. So this is the information that I have very readily available inside of the opportunity plan. So if I want to look, I can look at the opportunity score. Right now, I have a score of 15. I haven't done a lot in the opportunity, just kind of discovery stuff. I haven't even identified what their requirements are. And then again, I have my opportunity playbook. As you can see, it has a lot of good information in it. I need to meet with these people to change their stance again, because I met with them. What's my score? My solution score is a 0. Anything below 60 may not indicate you can win. And I haven't identified a decision date yet. But I've done some other information. I know what I need to do to be able to win this opportunity. I can see right now that I am in the prospecting phase. They've identified the problem, the review options. They're bringing in 3 vendors, and I'm one of those 3 vendors, so the prospecting phase may be right. Here's my challenges, the customer team, their stance, any scheduled activities. So this is what I have from my initial meeting with the customer. So I'm going to go into meetings, and I'm going to go, I have a meeting scheduled, so I'm going to go back into the opportunity. And I have a meeting right here. So what we're going into now is Meeting Mapper. And Meeting Mapper is our flagship product. We've had this for about 4 years. We have a mobile version on the iPad that you do your meeting totally disconnected, get a connection, and it'll sync it into Salesforce in about 19 seconds. We also are Salesforce 1 enabled, so you can do all this on a mobile device. So you can see right now I've got my individuals on from the account, or the opportunity around my table. I can change the table. I can do different things to it. I can click on somebody to be able to change their stance and role. Stance is very important. Let's say I'm having my discussions and we're moving the meeting along, and I hear some good things from Doris. She says, you know what? Love Strategy Mapper. We're going to go with it. So what I can do, I can go, you know what? I'm going to change her stance. I'm going to change it to 4. Now, based on your methodology, again, you configure these. She said, hey, we're the best solution. So me, that's a pretty good indication that they at least want to move forward. So I'm going to save it, and you can see right now that she's turned green and removes that flag. Let's say Paul, for example. I don't hear some good things going on. I'm hearing some little rumblings. So I'm going to put him against. Now, why is he against? Sometimes knowing why somebody's against is as or more important than why somebody is for. You know what? I found out he's a champion for the competitor. And I'm going to go ahead and save it. And you can see he's turned red. Now he has that red flag. So I'm getting my information, continuing my meeting. Now I want to get some actionable intelligence. I want to get some real good intelligence. I say, when's your decision date? You know what? We're going to make a decision by the 31st of March. That's not the close date. That's when the decision. And you know what? The project is budgeted. We would like to identify the trial users, what actions are coming out of here. And I want to create a test plan. That's the actions. The decisions are, we're going to move to a test environment. And we're going to schedule a trial. I got my business issues, business drivers, technical requirements. Here come my customer requirements. I click on New. And one of the customer requirements is it has to be 100% native Salesforce. We meet it. And you know what? What product meets it? We're pulling right out of the product is Strategy Mapper. And our product definitely meets it. Another one is it has to be able to use Salesforce 1. Strategy Mapper does it. We can use that very quickly, and we meet the requirement. You can see right here that I have partner solution. Maybe we don't have a solution, but we partner with somebody that does. So I can bring them in this opportunity. Ours meets it. It partially meets it. So this is a score of 50. It's on my roadmap. That's 25. And does not is 0. Partner and meets are 100. That's how we get this score. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. Now I'm going into my competitors. I'm finding out that there is some competitors. And one of the competitors is ABC Company. What you're going to see now is because we have information about ABC company from another opportunity, we're going to pull their strengths and weaknesses right here. So as a sales rep, I go, oh, here's their strength, here's their weakness. Now I can start mitigating, or how do I move the goalpost? What do I do to win this opportunity? I've got some information right here. What are their pain points? They told me right now they have a high rep turnover. They're not collecting KPIs at all. And they're really not practicing methodology. So that's their pain points that they're telling me right now. Our strength is, you know what? We're 100% native Salesforce. Another one is we're 5 out of 5 stars rated on the App Exchange. We really don't have a weakness right now. There could be some obstacles. One of the obstacles is there's a gatekeeper that might be blocking my access. Again, you can put whatever you want in here. We always hear objections, which are different than obstacles. No resources. That's telling me, oh, how do I overcome or mitigate this objection? We'll help them install, get it configured, and get them up and running. I do not want that to be a reason why a deal cannot close. The why buys, they've been told, you know what, they've got to increase sales by 10%, and they need to reduce the cost of sales by 15%. So I got all this information very quickly. Another thing that I found out is now I can start building out their org chart. I found out that Jerry and Doris all report to Steve. And I also found out that Paul reports to Steve. So I'm building a dynamic org chart. And you can see if I hover over somebody, I can see the stance the last time I met with them and how they changed. And that is our org charting capability. I can always go in and go into my opportunity mapper, my plan, and see how's it going. What else do I need to do? Maybe I've encountered another challenge. Maybe not. I can even go into the account plan. I don't have to leave the meeting to do anything. Maybe there's another customer initiative that I've identified in this meeting that I want to tag to this account. That's not even part of the opportunity, but it is part of this account. This is the power of Strategy Mapper. And then I move my table. I got my goal and my objectives. And again, I can update a field in Salesforce. My next step is a trial. So I'm going to save it. So I'm going to go back into my opportunity. And you're going to see I moved it to trial. My next step, or qualification. Here's my solution score. It's 100. Fantastic. My opportunity score, that's the health. One of the big reasons, you see, remember those red and yellow flags? Those have weights that will take down the score. And those will be hurting you until you change that person's either from a red to a yellow, or red to green, or yellow to green. Those will hurt you, so you know you got to get back with this person or somehow mitigate that person off of this opportunity. So I got all my information right here. And again, I've updated my plan right now. But I want to go back in and look how it updated my opportunity plan. Again, real time. Got my customer buying process again, my challenges. Oh, here's my competitors. I didn't have to go back and update anything. It did it from Meeting Mapper. Here's the meetings that I've had right here. Here's my opportunity. One thing that I failed to do in this demonstration real quick, I'm going to go back into my opportunity. And for that meeting to really take effect in the opportunity mapper, I need to complete the meeting. I failed to do that. So I'm going to save it. So that's troubleshooting. If I had a meeting but it's not showing up, it's because it hasn't been completed right here. So I'm going to go back into my opportunity. Of course, I could jump in opportunity mapper there, and I'm going to go back and look at my opportunity mapper. So now you can see that I've got this meeting right here. It's got some very good information. I've got my stages right here. The stage of the meeting where the meeting happens is where the meeting occurred at. So if I create a meeting in prospecting, that's where it'll show up at. My timeline, how the people are changing over the course of time. Doris went down. These people stayed even. My customer team again, and my account team. Now if I go into my playbook, it's going to build some more information that I gathered in that meeting. Here's my 17, here's my 100, my score. I still got to get rid of these 2 flags. I still got to complete this. But I'm starting to see the line up all my products, my solutions right here. This is from Meeting Mapper, what I captured in Actionable Intelligence. My value prop, my buying process right here. You can see we've done that. What challenges, the competitors, the customer intelligence, pain points, strength, weaknesses, scheduled activities. Again, this was all updated from the meeting. There's no reason for me to have to go back into the opportunity and try to get this data and put it in the different fields to make it happen. Strategy Mapper does all this dynamically. It's 100% native Salesforce. And again, we've updated all the dashboards. We've updated the account plan. We've updated the opportunity plan. We've updated the contact record. Everything is updated right in Salesforce. So let's have a recap. Strategy Mapper is a 100% native Salesforce application. We've passed all the security reviews. You can be assured that your data is secured because it's residing in your Salesforce environment. It's the natural convergence of account planning, opportunity planning, and meeting planning and execution. You've always done these 3 disparate things, but you've never been able to gel them into a single solution and be able to leverage additional team members, for me to look at it from a management perspective and see how an opportunity going, if we even can win it. This really helps you from a sales executive, from an account executive, from operations to the executive of the company to know what your business is going and how to get all this information together. Its intuitive interface allows your organization to easily and consistently build and maintain and communicate account plans and opportunity plans, manage your customer meetings, and capture customer intelligence. And again, it's the structured data that makes it powerful to be able to run these reports. It will increase your win rate because you'll identify what opportunities that are higher probability of winning than not. So here's some common questions about Strategy Mapper. How is it priced? It's $30 per month per user. $360 annual. This is not everybody in your Salesforce org. These are people that need to be able to use the app and see some of the data coming out of it. For example, your sales executives don't need a license to be able to look at the Business Intelligence Report brief. Again, you don't have to buy a license for everybody. Only the users needing access to Strategy Mapper. Can I deploy Strategy Mapper in a phased approach? Most certainly. We have customers that do a crawl, walk, run. Maybe they just want to capture the meeting information, and they only want to have a template that has, put attendees in here, capture your notes, and gather actionable intelligence. That's all they want to do, and that's all based on a template. So when you change that template, any other meeting or any previous meeting will be updated with that template. The same, hey, I just want to do account planning. And you do not have to do account planning and opportunity planning for every account and opportunity. Again, it's based on your methodology, but the tool is there. It's all sitting in the background, just ready to be launched. Can you tell me more about your support and training? So we do offer free email support. We have 8 hours of training are included with the purchase. They can be broken down into 1 hour increments, where hey, I got sales team A today, sales team B tomorrow. We'll even help you do the post-configuration support. Our goal is to ensure that you're successful. And how you're successful is to make sure that everything is configured correctly in Strategy Mapper, and then you can go ahead and use it. You can get up very quickly. You can install Strategy Mapper and get it up and running within an hour to 2 hours and have your team start using it. We've had customers that as soon as the license is available, their teams will use it without even being trained, and they'll get the value out of it right immediately. We do offer workshops, and we do offer additional training on-site or remote for a fee. So here's our App Exchange listing on the Salesforce App Exchange. Yep, we're 5 out of 5 stars rated. We're very proud about that. It's difficult to do. And we're, again, 100% native Salesforce. So start your 30-day free trial today from the App Exchange. You can go out to www.pointintime.com. You can email sales@pointintime.com or just give us a call. We'd love to be able to set up a demo and run you through Strategy Mapper. We will increase your win rates and revenue. Thank you very much.